Carlsbad, People, Purpose, and Impact, an essential podcast for those who live, work, visit, and play in Carlsbad.
Good morning and welcome, everyone. My name is Brett Schanzenbach. I'm the president and CEO at the Carlsbad Chamber of Commerce, and I am your host this morning, and I'm very pleased to have with me Anita Bennett. Anita is the founder, owner, and chief candy maker at Sunset Bay Candy Company. Good morning, Anita. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Brett. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure to have you. We've known each other for quite a while now through multiple chambers and communities. And I was looking back, though, at your website and the history that you share with the public on starting Sunset Bay Candy. And it looks like it started in February of 2011. But share how and what inspired you to get going with this, because I think that's a really neat story.
Well, one day I was barreling down the freeway on my way to work, and it hit me. I had to start a candy company, and I had to use our family's toffee recipe. It's a butter crunch toffee recipe as kind of the cornerstone for this company. And I was working at the time for a huge company for an executive director of, it was a multi-billion-dollar company.
Oh, wow.
And they were reorganizing. And I was at an age and at a pay scale that I just knew that I wasn't safe. And so I had already started looking at different options. And I looked at, of course, different positions that I could apply for, but also what could I do on my own? And I researched and looked and talked to different people, and I had maybe 3 or 4 different things I was thinking of. And then all of a sudden, this epiphany, I needed to start the candy company. So I was still working, and I started a business plan and started researching into it and all of that. And that was in 2010.
Yeah.
And then I was let go on December 31st, 2010.
Oh,
so
wow.
2011, I jumped into this.
So your premonition, so to speak, of what was coming at the corporate level was fulfilled. You were,
You could see it. You know, if you're at certain places at certain times, you can see it. And so I just kind of knew that was going to happen.
You saw the writing on the wall.
Yes.
So the knowledge that things were changing anyways inspired you to say, hey, what can I do on my own? So, and Sunset Bay is a home-based commercial kitchen experience thing?
Well, it's a whole journey.
Yeah.
And so back then, in 2011, I had no business experience. I had been an executive assistant for small and large companies my whole career. But I was always taking direction from somebody pretty much, and I was never a business owner. So I started researching and learning and how to run a business. And we started as a home-based business, but back then you couldn't cook at your house. So the first thing we had to do, besides getting health permits and all that, was to find some place to cook. So I went door knocking. I went door knocking on restaurants, like diners, that were closed in the evening. And I would ask them if they would want to rent their kitchen in the evening. And I don't know how many diners I went into, but I finally found one. And
goodness.
Kathy at Norm's Hangar Restaurant, it was at Brackett Airport, said, sure, we close at 2:00, and so we'll rent the kitchen to you after that. But you have to realize the buildings at Brackett Airport were built in the 30s. And so this kitchen was teeny tiny.
Oh, man.
But it had a pretty big dining area. And so we had no place to store anything. So we would roll in about 4:00 with all of our equipment, all of our ingredients and packaging and everything. We'd empty the car and bring it all in. We'd cook until about 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
And we had somebody packaging in the dining room. We changed the dining room into our cooling and packaging station. We always had people watching us. There was a big outdoor patio, so people would watch us. And that's how we got started. But it was really, really intense. So when a commercial kitchen opened close by, we moved over there. And that kind of gave us some breathing room.
Yeah. Where is Bracken Airport?
It's Brackett Airport, and it's in Laverne. It's right by the LA County Fairgrounds.
Okay.
And as you land into Brackett, you would actually fly over the fairgrounds.
Gotcha. And obviously you guys were living up there somewhere in that area.
We were living in San Dimas. We were very close to that airport.
And so, tangent side story here, what got you down to the North County area?
Well, Marv had lived down here before.
Okay.
And so he had lived in Carlsbad and Encinitas and different places, and he loved it down here. And my kids live in Claremont, in San Diego, Claremont.
Yeah, okay.
And so we kind of wanted to move down this way, and we found Vista.
Nice.
And moved into a little retirement community there, and we love it.
Awesome. So you found a different commercial kitchen that was closer and a little bit, hopefully a little bit easier to work with. You weren't having to stay up till 1 a.m. just to bake your amazing goodies. And now here that you're down here, I believe, don't you have it set up at home now?
No.
No. You don't. Okay.
This is what happened. So we did really well, but I knew nothing about business, and we were doing farmers markets and events. That was kind of the way a lot of home bakers and small businesses get going.
Absolutely, yes.
And then they can transition sometimes. So that was the plan, transitioning, and we were doing really well. We had some business customers, and we're dealing with a private label, but things were just spinning out of control. And not knowing, having any background in it, I'm learning as I'm going.
Yes.
And it just wasn't right. So we closed down.
Oh.
We closed down, we figured some stuff out, moved down here, and we really didn't think we were going to start it back up. I sold everything or gave it away, gave our inventory to nonprofits, and just that was it. But when we came down here, then the cottage law had been passed in California, and you can cook out of your house, and we thought, well, let's get going again. So we did, and we got the San Diego County Health permit and started working out of our house. But we knew that we wanted to do something different. It didn't work last time, and so what happened was we went back to our roots, and that we wanted to help businesses, because when I was working, I couldn't find really good custom gifts to give to our clients, or even the soccer team, wherever I was. And I would make things, but as I got busier and busier with my family and all of that, I didn't have time. So that was kind of the background, because food and candy bring people together.
Yes.
So that's what we want to do. And so that's how we started, and that's how I joined the chamber, because I wanted the connection with businesses, and that's still what we really love. We started off thinking, well, we'll focus on businesses, and we'll do custom orders, and then those businesses can take their orders to their customers, actually take them to the customers as a touch point.
Yes.
Well, then COVID hit. And just as that was happening, we were just starting to sell online, or to work on our website so we could sell online as well, because we found our customers sometimes wanted to ship. They always didn't want to take it to their customers. So we were starting our website. COVID hit. When you have a website and you sell online and you ship, or you sell for resale, you have to have a different license. So it was a whole different thing, and you had to cook out of a commercial kitchen. And so now we're all set up with that. We have our website, we ship all over the U.S., we work out of a commercial kitchen, and we sell to businesses, but also to the regular consumer.
Very exciting. We're going to take a brief pause. We're talking to Anita Bennett, the chief candy maker at Sunset Bay Candy Company, and we'll be right back to talk about all their amazing goodies. So Anita, we were just talking about how you made this shift. You've had this amazing progression in your business, ups and downs, and cottage kitchen, now back to a full commercial kitchen and everything. We've touched on it because you can't talk about your story without touching on it a little bit, but I want to dig into a little bit deeper the actual product because it's so delicious. And you mentioned that you started with your family toffee recipe, right? And I think you call it the Newport Almond Toffee. Is that right?
Yes.
That was the original, but it has grown so much. So I've seen and I've sampled and purchased the white chocolate lemon bars. I'm not sure if I've had the strawberry pretzel bark, but I'm a huge fan of this little beautiful thing sitting in front of me, the blazing habanero toffee. So tell us about all the different options you guys have and how it's grown and what people could utilize this.
Well, we did start out with the Newport Almond Toffee. That was our family recipe. And of course, I had to scale it and do that for our business, but everything is still handmade. When I used to make toffees and I'd make baked goods and I put an assortment together on trays or in boxes, whatever, and give them away, that's kind of what I saw our company, that I didn't want to just be a toffee company. And when we named the company Sunset Baked Candy, I thought about, should it be toffee? Should it be candy? And no, I wanted to leave it open to be able to do other things as well.
Yeah.
And so the first thing we did was I brought in the white chocolate lemon bark because I had been just experimenting years and years before and threw some lemon and some white chocolate together, and it turned out to be delicious. So,
yes, it is.
So that was just the natural progression to offer that as well. But then I started thinking about peanut toffee and how good that would be, and so we did peanut toffee. Then this was back in 2011 or 12, we were working with a private label, and they wanted habanero. They said the sweet hot is really, really popular, and that's what they wanted. So that's why we developed the habanero with their help and with their tasting help. We developed it, and they would taste it. And then we also have habanero hot nuts, too. And it's an assortment of cashews and pecans and peanuts and something else. Almonds, peanuts, I don't know.
Yeah.
All of them. And anyway, it's delicious also. It's more like a toffee hot nut. And so we have our 3 toffees. We have 2 nuts. We have a candy pecan and our hot nuts, and then 2 barks that we sell normally, the strawberry pretzel bark, the white chocolate lemon bark. And then for the holidays, we have a frosty peppermint bark. And it's pretty delicious also. Now, those are our signature candies.
Yes.
But we also offer custom candies that are also what we call home style. And they're dipped pretzels, dipped Oreo cookies, and we also dip red vines, believe it or not.
Oh, really?
And they're pretty delicious if you like red vines, yes. So we have an assortment of different items that are made to order, but we don't keep an inventory of them. We just make them to order.
Oh, that's interesting. I've never heard of dipped red vines. I bet they're good. I don't think I've even had dipped Oreo cookies before. I mean, the pretzels, of course, that's a classic, but no, that's fun. And I think I saw on your website that you're now offering multiple flavors of candy cake.
We do. That's a made-to-order line also. And our candy cakes are a cross between a truffle and a cake pop. They're creamier than a cake pop, but they're cake-based. And a friend of mine from farmers market days had the recipes, and she would sell out every single time. People love them. So she shared her recipes with me, and we make 3 flavors. Well, actually, we've made 4, but normally it's 3. It's a triple chocolate and lemonade and French vanilla. And then we've also done a strawberry candy cake, normally for the Vista Strawberry Festival is where we'll have it.
Yeah, absolutely. Gotta love strawberries. Yes. I love what you say on your LinkedIn profile, and you've shared this a little bit as we were talking through your story, but I would like to kind of expand this a little bit. You say, in a high-tech, busy world, connecting is more important than ever. Sunset Bay Candy brings back mouth-watering candies and sweet treats that have always been a symbol of giving, connections, and relationships. And I love that. And I would like for you to share a little bit more about how some of your customers utilize this product to do exactly that.
Well, we strongly believe in that, and especially these days, it seems like people are moving apart and you're not together. You're on the computer, you're doing social media and things like that, and you're not really connecting in a personal way. And so our customers, we do whatever we can so that our customers can connect like they want to. And we know what we provide is a reflection of our customers.
Yes.
So we always try to make a product that is presented, that's not only delicious, but is presented in a great way too. We have customers that have gift assortments that they will take on cold calls. And so the one that I'm thinking of has a box, and it's branded, and he has his logo on the box and then a ribbon on the box that is his color. And so it all kind of matches. So when he goes in and cold calls to a potential customer, he has something to give them. And then we also have customers that will give a thank you. Yeah. And I'm thinking of a customer right now that did a tower. He did 3 boxes, and of course each box has different candies in it. And it had his logo on it also, and his branding tissue paper and ribbons were used. And also thank you note was in there, and the note had his logo on it as well. We have another customer that orders every Christmas, and she gets pecans. She loves our pecans. And so she gets a candy bag that really isn't shown on our website, and it's tied up with a bow, and then attached to that is a branded note that she gives to her customers, and it's thanking them. And so those are 3 of the ways that our business clients are using us. But we also do events, and we do the little snack packs that are perfect for events, and just any time that somebody wants to give something special.
That's great. I love the diversity of ways people are using this product. And on your Facebook page, I enjoy how you share almost like mini profiles of various customers of yours who are using your product. Well, obviously it's good for you, but it's good for them too. It's like a win-win because you're sharing who your customers are and how they're using it. And
we love, love, love that. And we've just started doing it the past couple months, I think. And the idea was to highlight our customers. Yeah. And it's not about us. And we will show a picture of something that they purchased or how they used it. But we get with the customer and we ask, what would you like to say? What are your hashtags and who do you want to tag and things like that? So we get input from our customers so that it's very personable, and it really, really is directed towards our customers and to thank them.
Well, I like what you were saying, in a world where even I don't know, there's so many catalogs of corporate gifts that bigger companies can choose from. But I mean, it's nice if a company gives an employee or a customer something, but it can be a little impersonal. Like this has such a personal feel to it, Even on your website, it talks about because it's handmade, each piece isn't identical. It's not, cut out of some factory or whatever. And I love that about it. So it comes across as an extra step, an extra thoughtfulness that somebody puts in when you give something like this. At least that's the way I feel about it.
What we try to do is, for all these years, whenever I've made the candy before our business, I would make it, and you when you work in the kitchen like that, or even if you're making anything, it could be not even just food, but if you're making something special for somebody and you put some of yourself into it, and then you give it away, and it just has extra meaning and extra connection. And not only does the person you give it to receive something, but so do you.
Yeah.
You get something back. And so that's what we wanted to bring with this, that same feeling, because everybody doesn't have the knowledge or the time or even want to do something like that. So that's what we do. We do it for our customers so that that feeling is there.
Wonderful. Well, we should probably tell everybody what your website is so that they can look you up and find out how they can order.
Mm-hmm. Our website is sunsetbaycandy.com, and you can order from the website. Any custom orders need to come through me. You can check out the website first, but I have brochures to send people, and then we just discuss the order. But also, a new thing, we are also at Trove Marketplace, which is on State Street in Carlsbad.
Yeah, down in the village.
And we have a small selection there, so you can just go right in there and pick it up. Or if there's special orders and things like that, we can also deliver it to there, and you can pick it up there.
Oh, wonderful. Love seeing that come together. So I know I'll be placing my Christmas order soon for my staff. And I really appreciate you taking the time to come down. Did we miss anything?
Well, you just mentioned that you were thinking of ordering for your staff, which you do every year. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Normally, we always have done pre-orders, holiday pre-orders, but we have never had a program. So we're really excited that this year we have a pre-order program, and it started the middle of September and runs through October 31st. And so you can pre-order, and that way you'll make sure that you have your order ready when you want it. We'll ship it when you want it. We'll put whatever notes and things you would like with it. But also we like to do fun things, so we're having a little contest too. It's a raffle, and anybody who pre-orders between now and the 30th of October will give a coupon for a drawing that we're going to have on Halloween.
Nice.
And the drawing is going to be for a gift tower worth $175.
Awesome.
So we're really excited about that, and to get that program going, it was the next step in what we needed to do.
All right, folks, you heard it here first. Get that order in now. Do not delay. I'll be placing my order later today. I'm ahead of all of you because you're not going to hear this for a little while. Well, that's wonderful. Well, thank you, Anita, for coming down and sharing with us today.
Thank you so much, Brett. It was a real pleasure.
Thanks for joining us on our Carlsbad People, Purpose, and Impact podcast today. If you enjoyed it, please hit the follow button on wherever you get your audio, and please tell a friend. We would love to hear your feedback, which you can share at carlsbadpodcast.com. You can leave us a review, ask a question, or leave an audio comment, which we can play on the show in the future. And that's all we have for today. Can't wait to see you next time on Carlsbad People, Purpose, and Impact. And remember, share some kindness today. It's free, creates goodwill, and makes you feel great.